Oh, that's right. Manuel is offline in here. He can't help me now. Perhaps I'd get farther if I kept the subroutine disk in its slot.
It's the subroutine program disk the doctor gave you to be able to navigate through Stellar's body. It's pretty sticky out there. Maybe you should wear your EVA suit. Quit boinking the fuel tank light. Your stolen miniaturized shuttle has become mired on the fundus of the stomach like a beached whale. A cluster of stomach acid-shy nanites is lurking near the entrance to the duodenum. They know all the cool places to hang out. Go on over there and check them out if you want. My goodness, those little guys are efficient. However, based on how they left your boots behind, you might consider some odor eaters. That's pretty far to go just to do your Wizard of Oz impression. Makes you feel tingly all over, doesn't it? You acquire a candy. You're the first one on your block to actually possess someone else's alveoli. It's a piece of that stringy stuff from celery. These are the candies you retrieved from Stellar's stomach. Interesting. The acid rises, but you acquire a candy.
I already have one.
Interesting. The acid rises, but just not quite high enough to submerge those nanites. You acquire a candy. Interesting. The acid rises, but just not quite high enough to submerge those nanites. It's the bundle of capillaries you appropriated from Stellar. It's a piece of staple. You've got to wonder what was on the menu for Stellar's last meal. It's one of those ticklish pin feather things. What was that? You cleverly tape the capillaries together. Nice shot! A large hunk of twinkoid cake food product is hanging just below her epiglottis. It appears to have gotten jammed on the way to her stomach for digestion. Doesn't this woman chew? It's one of those tiny timed release pills. As I recall, these are designed to not melt down and release their medicines until they've gotten to an area past the stomach. This is the upper area of the duodenum. Matter pre-processed from the stomach enters here through the pylorus above. It has a lovely bile-colored decor, and for a very good reason. This is the area in which raw processed ingestibles are mixed with a variety of secretions for further breakdown. Welcome to the heart of the bile belt. This is indeed Spew Central. At this location, secretions from the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas merge to form a duodenal delight, guaranteed to break down almost anything the stomach doesn't. The common bile duct runs up from here. A large gallstone hangs above the entrance to the gallbladder. That wouldn't be wise. Those suckers could fall and smash you flat. Wow, check out all that bile. Looks like her liver's been doing just fine. That's a pool of bile any liver would be proud of. You sure can't speak highly of its aroma. If I'm not mistaken, and I seldom am, that's the mucosa, or inner lining of the gallbladder. It helps make the bile even more vile by absorbing spare water content. Nice work! You've hooked up your makeshift hose to the pump. Careful, combining those items might cause a rip in the space-time continuum, a tear in the very fabric of space itself. Or not. You chuck one of the taped capillaries over the muscular ledge. It drops into the pool. You give the pump a stroke or two, and in the process gather a nice helmet load of bile. I guess congratulations are in order. You've got plenty of that stuff, or did you want to take some home to Mom? Nice gallstone collection. This is the main pancreatic duct. It appears that there's some blockage toward the tail of the pancreas. It definitely gets a bit snug. Seems to be a buildup of cholesterol arterial plaque. You look at it, but nothing strikes your fancy.
Yeah, this is way too snug. This blockage needs to be cleared. Stellar's going to have to change her diet.
That is, if she can face life after having you inside her. And here we have the Islands of Langerhans. They're a big deal here in the pancreas. Apparently, they play an important part in introducing hormones to the blood system, as well as adding an enzyme which, when joined with the bile secretion from the gallbladder, forms some kind of spew that breaks down stuff the stomach acids don't, fats, and that kind of thing. Not only that, but some cells release insulin and others release glucagon to counter the insulin. It even offers up a bicarbonate to counteract the stomach's acid. All in all, it's a pretty strange and busy organ.
It just looks like a uvula warehouse to me.
A nice pool of pancreatic secretions made up of insulin and glucagon fill the bottom of the Islands of Langerhans. You maneuver your helmet beneath the drip and manage to snag a nice little dollop of the stuff. You now own one of those tiny timed release pills. You now own one of those tiny timed release pills. Great Scott, that certainly is one buff parasite.
I think I'm gonna spew. But who'll notice? Man, that thing is ugly.
That has no effect. At least it appears that way. Since you've entered the tapeworm not partially digested, you'll probably give him heartburn. I hope you're proud of yourself. Impressive. The tapeworm suddenly becomes much more animated. Please remember to keep your arms and legs on the worm at all times. Yow! Now that's a ride you won't take in the Magic Kingdom. It looks like an old silver amalgam filling. Must have been bouncing around here for years. Talk about hard currency, the Buckazoid has proven itself once again. This is even one of the old-style ones. Might be worth some money. Too bad you can't carry it. It's a fingernail, complete with paint. These have a knack for making it down here. Suddenly, you wonder when Stellar grew such long nails. Perhaps you haven't been thinking of Stellar as a woman as much as a crewmate. You feel an interesting longing. One look at your surroundings kills that feeling fast. But maybe after this is all over. It's a relatively unscathed paperclip. This is the appendix. It's a strange piece of the humanoid anatomy considered by some medical types to be fairly useless. It may not be useful, but it does seem to collect some strange stuff. You pull away a cracked piece of the filling. You snap off a shard of fingernail and gingerly introduce it into your pocket. You carefully, very carefully, stow the paper clip in your pocket.
No, I think I've already done things above and beyond the call of duty. Hey, a guy has to draw the line somewhere, and gosh darn it, this guy's drawn the line right at the colon.
You've never even met her mother.
Yeah.
So you like the worm, huh? You like to ride the worm, huh? I let you ride the worm. You neatly replace the EVA suit in its proper place.
I command you to open.
The door ignores you. Don't take it personally, though. It ignores everyone. You are visually unimpressed. It's the old gray matter itself, our friend, the brain. At least some of us are familiar with it. I don't remember seeing you at the meetings. For some reason, you're drawing a complete blank on information regarding the brain. You slice away with the nail, and amazingly enough, manage to cut a slice in the barrier. Come on, by now you should know to take it easy on the merchandise.
Yikes. How am I supposed to jump across this one? Man, that was close.
Holy captain's log, Batman. There are a few more of those nanites here. How am I going to handle this one?
Walk on up there if you want to touch them. So close, and yet so far away. How embarrassing to get wasted by the laurel and hardy of nanites. You chuck a gallstone at one of the robots, causing it to think the other one did it. You chuck another gallstone, this time at the other robot, who also thinks the other one did it. That was quite effective. That was very impressive, Roger. I'll bet that's not something you hear every decade. A huge pile of debris is standing in front of what appears to be some sort of passage. Light pours through the opening. This is strange looking. Used pieces of nanite hardware as well as some stuff that looks vaguely like mining equipment litter the area. Your effort to move it is futile. This would be a challenge for you even if you were full size.
Oh, this is her Choice of Men Center. It looks a little odd. Interesting. The sign says this is Stellar's Cough Control Center.
Boy, that's an interest. Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked? It would appear that as cool as it would be, it probably seemed like a good idea to you at one time. As cool as it would be to interface these two items, no good would come of it.
This sign says this is her pleasure center. This sign says this is her So this is the motor control center.
A huge pile of debris is standing in front of what appears to be some sort of passage. Light pours through the opening. That's done.
Ugh! Ah! Even in this suit, that hurts like a... Jeez. What's going on here? And what's with that big robot?
Well, well, Mr. Wilco. I must confess to being impressed that you made it this far. You are either a very lucky man, or the classic case of how looks can be deceiving. From what I know of your history, I can't say that in this case looks are necessarily deceiving. On the other hand, I don't think luck accounts for it all either. There's definitely something different about you, Mr. Wilco. It's a pity, though. I'm afraid this is where the odds catch up with you, Roger. I do hope you don't mind me referring to you as Roger. I feel we can both be on a first-name basis now, since we will soon be sharing such intimate moments. My rebirth and your death. Not necessarily in that order. I'll attend to you in a moment. I have a few more little details to finish before I transfer my consciousness into this body. Enjoy it, Roger. It'll be among the very last of your memories. Oh, and by the way, escape attempts will prove to be futile. You will be incinerated if necessary.
Jeez, what a bit...
I'm sorry. What was that you were saying?
Me? I was saying, what a bite. Yeah, I had a little trouble with some parasites a while ago down in the digestive tract. That's all it was.
It's the robot Sharpei is using, just as Dr. Beleauxs told you about. It feels slightly gritty. You suppress an urge to dust it. It looks like a bundle of nerves with electrical current through them.
I've got this bundle of nerves. I wonder what I can use to make this into something. I've got this bundle of nerves. I wonder what I can use to make this into something.
Wow, that was actually a great idea. Go figure.
Yeah, I kicked her butt. Just look at me. MacGyver wishes he could be me. It was bound to happen. The never-ending battle between good and evil was once again waged, and once again, good has emerged victorious. Yes, and with me on its side, how could it lose? Yes, once again, I have struck a blow for good over evil. It was in a... Hey! Ah! What? But I thought I took care of you.
Well, it appears you thought wrong now, doesn't it, Roger? Wilco, I haven't survived this long without taking precautions. The robot was just hardware. My mind still exists.
Oh, real wonderful.
Ooh! Ah! Hey, watch those tentacles, lady. I thought that being partially embedded in the street on polysorbate was a strange feeling.
Toss in some entrail, helper, and I think we've got a nice potential feast here.
Fish, that's brain food.
All right. She actually chowed down on that rancid fish. I thought I'd never get rid of that fish.
Nice shot.
Oh, there you are, Wilco.
Boy, Stellar, with all that's happened recently, I never would have imagined that we'd be standing here together.
It is a miracle, Roger. I was afraid that by the time you got my message, it would be too late. I was certain I was doomed. But you didn't let me down. What you did was incredibly brave, Roger, not to mention intensely risky. It took Dr. Beleauxs a lot of work to clean up after you and Sharpei. I must say, Roger, there's not a man in the universe who knows me inside the way you do.
It was a strange feeling, but I went in there all business. There wasn't a moment I wasn't thinking of your welfare.
Oh, give me a break. Let me put my boots on. It's getting deep in here.
Cheese it, pal, or I'll rip out your larynx and you won't be able to get a job doing bad voiceover work for Chinese action pictures.
What did you say, Roger?
Oh, I was just mumbling to myself. You know, Stellar, there's one thing I noticed while inside you I thought I might share.
And what's that, Roger?
You eat like a goat. You really have to change your eating habits, Stellar. I saw some things in your digestive tract I wouldn't wish on Sludge Vohall. You really have to clean up your consumption act.
Yes, I know. Dr. Beleauxs said he was able to fix most everything done to me during Sharpei's invasion, as well as patching an ulcer that was playing havoc with my stomach. He told me the same things.
You might also try chewing. You had a hunk of Twinkleoid wedged in your throat that would have gagged Linda Lovelace.
Okay, Roger, okay, I got the message. Let's change the subject, shall we? Ask me where I'm stationed next.
Why don't you just tell me?
Boy, some fun you are.
Sorry, I guess I'm a little grumpy. I had a real day. I had to clean the captain's log entry container. Then somebody got a nice buzz in 8 Rear and decided to take a wormhole ride in the Hollows suite. They hit a few wrong buttons, and the next thing I know, I'm cleaning Virgon Nebula sets and hors d'oeuvres off every wall and ceiling. Apparently, they truly did make the room spin. Boy, they spackled everything. Had to use the putty knife to chip loose some of the chunks of...
Roger, I'm sorry you had a rough day, but can we please change the subject?
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, I think you're gonna like your next assignment.
Really? What is it? Where is it?
Sorry, you're just gonna have to wait to find out.
As Roger and Stellar warp off into the Nebula set, many questions remain. Will Roger and Stellar become an item? How will Beatrice Wankmeister react when she hears about this new friend in Roger's life? Will Roger's voice be a few octaves higher as a result? Would they dare to make another one of these things? Only time and money will tell.
I've been up to my lips in urinal pucks lately. I hope it's something different. Who wrote this crap? Oh, yeah, Scott. Yeah, well, yeah, then good work. Did you hear about the animator who killed himself? Yeah, he couldn't draw his own breath. These, by the way, are the credits. They're called credits because, well, we can't afford to really pay anybody until more people buy the game. All these people worked on this dumb game? Thank you, bye-bye. 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 That's it, bye-bye. No more, bye-bye. That's it, all finished, bye-bye. 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 Farewell. Farewell. Bye-bye, bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, this is it, the last time. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for playing Space Quest 6. This is Gary Owens, signing off.